Hey everyone, my name's Patrick. I wanted to do a reading for the collective today and just see what comes through. Just taking a second to connect in and see what we've got going on today. One of the things that's strange and has been coming up in my body is a hunger, like an insatiable hunger. Like I've been eating all my meals like normal today, but I'm just still hungry. I've been drinking water. It's not that. I don't know. Feels like something that's related to, yeah. First card I pull is the Tower. Second card I pull is the Five of Wands. And the third is the Devil. So the Devil was sticking out. That was the first card that was pulled. Then the Tower. And then the Five of Wands. So the Devil and the Tower, the Devil to me feels more like a humanity thing. It's not like something scary like the actual devil. This feels to me like it's sort of the things of the flesh, having to do with sort of normal human activities. I'm feeling some sort of sexuality around this in the sense of like maybe you are feeling kind of drawn to something that you thought maybe you moved past. There's kind of a romantic aspect of this for some of you. And it really don't read into the devil as like a negative thing. It's just a human flesh-based thing. I'm also seeing here with the devil, this tarot deck is the Guardian of the Night Tarot, and so it's got some different imagery than typical. This one has a hare with the flesh off of its face. To me, that feels like you're digging down into something that's a key component of who you are, and you're sort of seeing yourself in a new light, but also in a deep way. You're seeing yourself in an honest way, deep down, and you're being honest with yourself, which is, for some of you, a new development, for some of you, something that's been with you for a while, but these are things that are particularly emphasized for all right now. I'm also seeing the horns on this. So one of the things that comes up for horns with me in general is some nature spirits like Cernunnos, this god, I believe Germanic or Celtic god of like the winter, something like that. But it's like a horned creature that is kind of associated with the devil. Again, that's just like a name. It's not. This isn't anything. Nothing to worry about here. There's a fleshiness to it. There's a earthbound. You're feeling into what it is to be you in a particular way. Maybe you're paying more attention to what it feels like in your body. As you go throughout your day. There's an increased sensitivity here, and also kind of a playfulness, a sort of hearkening back to these creatures of old, these gods of old. I don't know why. I take from that what you will. And I'm also seeing that there's some kind of serpents down underneath. I believe that's serpents. Yeah, there's some serpents down underneath the devil, and that for me actually rings. This is feeling like it's for me, but probably extends to other people. There's a revisiting of things with new insights. So this weekend I went to a museum that had some animals in it, and there was a show on snakes. And typically I would not have liked touching a snake or, looking at them, but seeing them with the new eyes of, acceptance of nature, the snakes were very cute, actually. The Tower speaks to also what I'm feeling in my body, which is an upheaval of sorts and a lack of firm footing. It's like it's very interesting that the hunger in me that's been with me all day is coming up in this reading. This feels like there's a lack of foundation in me, in that the things that I was holding on to before as typical normal, meal times and meal amounts, those are not giving the bedrock sort of support that it usually would. I'm also seeing some birds here, some black birds that looks like maybe a condor or something, but my first impression of it was a crow. And I particularly feel close to crows, and so perhaps that's why I saw that imagery. But that energy is here of support in these times, and I'm almost picturing like the crow or the condor, whatever bird might resonate with you, sort of giving you a lift out of this, kind of like helicoptering you out. And bringing you up to new heights, which is where there's a disconnect here, I'm feeling. There's a disconnect between where you sort of thought that you were, where you've built this life being, where you've existed in the spaces that you've lived in and moved around in and sort of built your life. All the sort of habits that you make, those have fallen away, and this is now you're like on another level. And actually, you do have a firm founding here, it feels like. It's just that you're not expecting the foundation to be where it is. So you do have plenty of support here. You always have support, no matter what you're doing. You're always connected to everything, because you are all that is. And yeah, I'm also being attracted to the moon here on the top. There's a mystery around this thing that is fun to dig into. Try that if the tower is bothering you, which is usually a card of upheaval, if that kind of energy is bothering you, feel into this mystery as an exciting thing. And then on the Five of Wands, first of all, I also feel connected to beavers, and I see them almost as a comical, and I think this card also looks comical, but sort of like a comedic relief type animal. There's like a playfulness with them that's kind of funny and silly. So take with that what you will. Perhaps just what I was talking about too. Bring that level of excitement of like what's going to happen, but also bring playfulness and silliness and goofiness, because it's fun. Why not? But also on this card, the Five of Wands, there's a lot of upheaval in the water. So it could be water could signify emotions here for you. I'm also feeling like water could signify for some of you kind of the destructive power of nature, or like the destruction that was coming up with the Tower card as well. I see here like some kind of animal. It's not very clear. I don't know if these cards were like designed with AI, because that just looks like a weird like AI artifact. But I feel like there's animals and there's intelligence in the upheaval or the strong emotions that are coming through as you kind of weather this storm. And they do bring playful energy too. It's like they're bringing about these changes that you have the option to interpret either as suffering and stressful, or as something funny and playful as they kind of like, as the water laps at your shores kind of thing. Like the waves could either be like funny or they could be disruptive, depending on how you interpret it. And the interpretation is completely up to you. So why not interpret it in a funny way? I'm also seeing all the wands here just being like thrown against the shore or like washed away. That's further confirmation that like you're going through a clearing of things right now. All the old, honestly, actually, I feel this is like the tree. The tree has broken up into little pieces and they're being cleared away. And leaving, in the end, I'm picturing leaving like a serene water way. I feel like drawn to pull another card, and here it is. And yeah, so what I was envisioning is what came up. Like calm waters here. You've got the Six of Cups, the elephants showing wisdom, bathing in the water. Spiritual attunement is coming up around this. Attainment and attunement. And it's like, this is the full picture, is that the tree falls over, broken up by the waves, and then the waves clear when you finally, get on this recognition that, it's your choice to make of this what you will. It's your choice to, continue to go with these currents and outlast everything because you are indestructible by nature. And yeah, there's a celebration in the end. The Six of Cups, the elephants are celebrating both in the present world, like this physical world. These two elephants are physically incarnated, but then there's also 3 ghost elephants up here, or spirit elephants, I guess. And they are, they're also celebrating in it, and they're bringing more cups of celebration. There's also a watchful eye, a reminder that, the spirit world is watching you, in a good way. The flowers also feel like a celebration here, like an end to turmoil. And yeah, you're free to do with this reading what you will. Obviously, you will do what you will with this reading. But I encourage you, and I take this to myself as a message as well, to interpret the upheaval and things in a positive way, because everything is inherently neutral. There's no sort of built-in meaning to life. You bring the meaning that you want to it, and the meaning that you bring to it is what you extract out of life. And so you can choose to be the triumphant hero, or you can choose to be kind of overwhelmed by what's going on. So obviously, I think the choice is clear. So yeah, just quick little reading today. I hope you enjoyed that. I want to do more of these in the future. We'll see sort of what my schedule looks like and what I feel drawn to. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you could subscribe, like the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.